But when I was there, um, I I'm I'm also a financer, by the way. If you, I'm also a finance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So you did
I
finance.
did banking, finance, insurance. Yeah.
That's what you did at Inkumba.
Yes.
All
I
right.
specialized business administration, specializing. Then was specializing. I saw it as the best because this was like hitting three birds in one stone. Yeah. Yeah. So when I went as well to the USA, I did a further course in financing.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm a financer, but I find it boring.
Okay.
I found it boring. But when I was there, yeah, it opened me up how to interact, discover yourself, yeah, and then the little things you possess. So I managed to take it up, and it teaches you, nobody delivers anything on a silver platter for you. So it's up to you to go out and find out what, because it has a lot to offer. So it's up to you to find out where you lie. So yeah, that was I went through those stages, and one of them, I decided to go to there was a nearby radio station. They
Okay.
have millions of radio stations. Every area probably has a radio station. Yeah, so it was a Hispanic radio, Mexican, American, but a hip hop radio station. So like my love for radio, because I naturally had that, and they found it interesting that I'd come all the way from Uganda. Some of them asking where is Uganda, others remember Uganda for Idi Amin, all those cock and bull stories. But then they also, what amazes them is to find a kid, and I was at that age. You've traveled on your own
Mm.
from Uganda all the way to the states, and I'm telling you, that was also another experience on its own. Oh my God. you know but that they found it interesting, but as well also finding that you at that age you're actually smart. You're smart. How did you find, because they ask you questions like, how did you find, how did you know this radio, how did you find out about us? I remember then, yeah, internet, okay. But I took it upon myself. I just went through a lane. I used to see the radio station on my way. So I was like, let me, go check it out.
So you just walked in.
Yes, I just walked in.
Okay.
And there was this beautiful Mexican woman that looks like you a little bit. In fact, you remind me of her. Oh, then she said, oh, yeah, you're interested, I'll put you through the drill, I have a show I'm running in the afternoon. Yeah, you can call us. I'm like, wow. Like,
Wow.
what? Like, just like that. Then I was like, wow, this is probably, that's they say this is the country of opportunities. I'm like, wow. But then what they love was my confidence to come and approach them, and my interest.
Mm.
That already blows them away. They have a certain way they, I don't know if that they conduct their interviews or something like that, but that was enough for them to, wow, that he's actually really, really interested.
Yeah, to give you
Yeah,
a
so yeah,
chance.
so
Huh?
yeah, we started doing a show with her in her show. I used to just sit and, put once in a while, she puts me on the mic, but just to see what she's doing. I think that was part of the drill.
The
Then
training.
after, I got to, then yeah, it's and then it's very interesting because you're getting so many questions. They are listening to an African. You have a typical African accent. Yeah. Oh God, it was an experience, and then that exploded my whole radio game. Yeah,
Okay.
before you knew
How
it,
long were you there?
I was there for a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah,
A year and a half. So you
yeah.
were working for a year and a half?
No, no,
You were there in.
yeah, yeah. I hadn't yet started working, but I
Mm.
used to, um, not formally working. I used to do what they call the cheyo.
Ah, okay.
The cheyo. This word,
But that's still
yeah,
work.
yeah, okay,
It's
yeah,
still
yeah,
work.
okay, it's work.
Yes.
Okay, it was work. Uh, and yeah, I was painting. I was painting how fancy houses as a
Okay.
painter. Then I learned that oh, I can actually even paint. My hands on. Yeah, yeah. And all this, the rich neighborhoods. Man,
So you were hustling.
you're actually getting some money by the hour, and you can't believe
And
it.
good money.
Yeah,
Good
and
money.
then it was good
In
money.
comparison, especially for
Ex-
your age and in comparison with what
exactly.
you'd get
Yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah. My age, what I'm doing here, then I'm converting. Everything you're converting to Uganda actually is like, whoa, Oh, then you can't wait to go to the mall and buy your first sneakers. Eh? Like, man, it's it was it was another cycle in my life.
So you weren't tempted to stay on?
Stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was. It's because I lost one of my grandparents that I had to come back. Everybody had a big schedule. Everybody's working, so I'm that guy who had all the time. I hadn't yet gotten formal work. Yeah, so one of us had to come, and it was I.
Okay.
Yeah, so I came back,
Mm-hmm.
and we buried him.
Sorry about
And
that.
yeah, but then after with that experience, then that's when I remember I also so I tried out. I started looking for what to do,
Mm.
and I went to Bank of Uganda. They gave me a slot. I found it boring. I just left.
How long were you there?
Maybe about 2 months. I was like,
It's hard because
as
you kind of come from,
exactly as
you know.
I found it boring, and you see this what USA taught me. It taught me that you got to find your passion.
Mm.
And I think that's why they are skilled at whatever they do, because everybody does what they love to do. And that's what I realized. Not many people in Uganda love what they are doing.
Mm.
So
So you gave that a go 2 months and you're like,
it was boring.
mm.
It was boring.
And then?
And yeah, then I started, but then I was also listening to radio. I was listening to radio, but then before, then I went. There was a radio. There was I went to ask for interviews. I went to Power. Power FM was a good radio. I love my gospel music. Yeah, I had my collection. I was like, oh, very good hip hop fan side to it. It's a gospel. They had all these stories. I went to Sanyu.
Uh,
Sanyu FM. I don't know was that I've forgotten who was the PD then. I think he didn't think I had it. I was like, but I loved Sanyu. Yo, Sanyu had my guys. There was a guy called Hussein the Rookie. Oh my God, that boy in the afternoon.
mm.
Yeah, it had its lineup. Sanyu was a good station. It had its guys.
Mm.
But I don't know why I felt that Rookie was a very interesting guy. So yeah, I felt a little disappointed. So I went on. I was so hungry for radio. I remember there was a radio. There was another gospel radio called Spirit FM.
Mm. Mm.
Spirit FM. I had a stint there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good modern uptake radio station. 1 or 2 months, then Beat FM came up.
Mm.
Beat FM, not before it was Luganda. It was a rock. It was a rock hip hop pop radio station. So I went to Beat FM. Beat FM. I started working. I learned. Oh, the whole vibe was good. New station, new vibe. I was working with Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a very crazy. Imagine my character and like, I miss that guy. That stupid. I think that was one of the most stupid shows in Kampala. Imagine Denzel's character and I. So
Mm.
yeah, we started off a show, and in the afternoon it was crazy. Me and Denzel in the afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, then beat Klo, and he's gone back to Nairobi.
Mm.
Well, then I'd gone back to Nairobi. So Nairobi as well. I
You
got
went to Nairobi to
yes,
work or
yeah.
to visit?
I went to take a breather, but as well I thought of let me go and see what opportunities they have. Nairobi, because I used to follow up. My other family used to come. I used to know Nairobi has all these reggae stations, reggae, pop, rock,
Mm.
hip hop, and their vibe was interesting. So I remember I was like, let me go there. And I was in Nairobi for a year, trying to adjust as well. And yeah, I tried to go to their stations. I went to Capital. I remember I went to Capital. I went to Hot 96. But then they had what we have, our national ID. And I didn't have. It's just what I needed. and the process seemed to be like forever, and I didn't have that patience. Yeah,
So you
I was
tried for like
raw.
a
Yeah,
year.
Crystal, I was raw. I wanted to. Yeah,
So you
I was
tried for like
raw.
a
Yeah,
year.
Crystal was raw. I wanted to get in, despite proving to these guys. I went to Hot 96. Yeah, they were like, "Ay," and there's something about Ugandan radio characters and Nairobi. That for some reason they're wanted. Yeah, I don't know why, but the process, the whole process, I couldn't wait.
So you came back.
Then I came back to you. I came back to Uganda. Then I also went to TZ. Yeah,
What?
yeah. I was hungry. Yo, I was hungry.
Still on the hunt.
Yeah, still in the hand. But then I also was like, let me go visit other these countries. I have all the time to myself. Yeah, I went to TZ as well. Then there was East Africa FM. My God, Crystal, yo. I was like, yo, let me go give it a shot as well. I remember I met the late, I don't know if he's still alive, Baba T.
Okay.
Was a reggae presenter, very unique voice, had this vibe, and some of the guys I don't forget. But then East Africa FM was huge. It was huge. So yeah, as well, it was a time factor as well. Like you got to be a little patient, and then I wasn't patient. So like okay, during this time, they have my contact. I've left my voice demos. Let me come back to Uganda. So came back to Uganda. Then there was the Hot FM, Hot 100. Got my idea, new radio, cool vibe, listening to the music. Yeah, so I'm like, yo, I go, and what's so interesting is that I told the PD then that I've been listening to your guys, and
Not good enough.
I think I took a particular shot at one of them. I will not mention. Like, nah, I can do better.
Oh,
Was
okay.
I and for I don't know if the other jobs as well, this CEO or guys in charge of interviews find that, that level of confidence that you come and say that I can do a much better job, and you come and step up to them. So it was like, oh, okay, we'll give you a shot. But before I got on to it, I did my interview and kept on hold. I used to hang out, and I used to meet Mackenzie. Yeah, I used to meet Brian. When we used to hang out, and then as well he was, and then also Woodmall. There was another guy called Woodmall. And Woodmall, I'd worked with him at Spirit FM. So these are some of the guys I knew what it takes. So I started working with Woodmall. Before I started working with Mackenzie, every Sunday on his countdown show. So I started up with that name. And Byg Kahuna is a name I got back in the USA, which meant big ego. Yeah. So I was like, let me use this. Because I realized that, when you come, and that's the difference with different cultures, is that when you come with a strategy, depending on what you want to do. So I say that if I'm looking for radio, let me look for a very interesting name.
Okay.
A very interesting name that will keep everybody guessing as well. Some will think it means whatever it means to them, but the name is interesting. This is like a product. Some products sell because of their names. The name is exciting.
Yes,
So the
yes.
name excites, surprising.
Branding.
And the branding, exactly. And when I came up with that name, I really did my homework. The name was that big. So when I started doing the countdown with this guy just sitting in, that the extra guy you just have, like I think Angela, you have Crystal, you have a very good character. Just come and we'll do a show together, and you have some time when you
they learn
yeah,
and they.
yeah. Not knowing it, I think probably he didn't know my strategy. He was actually helping me with my strategy as well. I was getting that this was like, wow, now I have a way in. Yeah. So I was given that shot by him, not management, but by him on this show. So every Sunday, I started developing this character, and people were asking, but wait a minute, there's another guy we hear. This guy, yeah, his name, he has a very rare name, but he's got some interesting vibe. Yeah. So it started building like that until one of the bosses was like, he called the guy who kept on hosting me. I hear a guy. Imagine my kids are the one who tell me that there's a guy you work with and he's actually very interesting.
And I don't know this
And
guy.
I don't know this guy. Does he work here? So I think this guy was like, oh my God, what have I done? No, yeah, no, he doesn't. It's just my sitting. So then luck caught me as well when I used to meet Mackenzie, and Mackenzie needed a co-host in the morning. Yeah. So he's like, you come and try out.
Man, so you were just taking
Yeah.
every
I
platform.
was hungry. I was hungry. I was taking whatever comes my
Wherever
way.
you could
Yeah,
find it.
because I wanted to let it. I felt I had so much. I want to share with the world. Yeah, my craziness, my info. I want to present it in a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
I want to entertain people. I have a feeling this is what's lacking. Something is lacking, yeah, and probably for a certain age group. Yeah, so that's what blew up. I started working with Mackenzie. We loved what we did, and I think the success of our breakfast show was because we loved what we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put in 100 in but when we would go and we were hungry, would go and hang out. And you're going back to home at sleep at 5, but you got to wake up and do a breakfast show, and everybody's surprised. But wait a minute, we were out blasting with these guys. How do they do it? And that's when you're hungry, and that's when you're young. We were hungry, we were young, we were energized, yeah, and we loved what we do. Most
You
importantly,
loved it.
exactly. So even if we'll try to, sometimes we'll not even sleep. Let's just show and let's go give the world a show.
So how long have you been doing the breakfast show?
Interesting. How long have I done the breakfast show? It could be more than 7 years.
Early mornings.
Yeah, 7 years, but I was shifted. I'm versatile. I have a time when Mackenzie left, it was a tough time trying to bring back that breakfast to, because we had taken it up. It was one of the most listened to English breakfast shows. Crazy breakfast show, one of a kind, new vibes and then style, and it it caught it fire, like they say, it caught fire.
Yeah.
So when
So
he
when
left
he
as
left,
well,
there was that adjustment.
yeah, man, you can't. It was heavy on you. I tried it, and then probably they were like, nah, maybe let's just bring completely different guys, or let's take you to the evening. Yeah, and they took me to the evening, and I settled in the evening. I didn't have that pressure in the morning. I came, I was fresh. I said, let me design it my own way, and cruised in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, and I enjoy, I used to love as well drive time. Yeah, I think it's just knowing what the people want to listen to, what kind of music takes them back home. It's just that little homework.
Okay.
Be precise to the point, and be crazy. Give them something. Nobody wants the same old boring, whatever. So
Yeah, something different.
exactly. Yeah. And after that adjustment again, they took me back to the breakfast. Man, sometimes I think but it looks like I was born for the breakfast. Because after that I knew I know drive time now. I'm no longer going back in the morning.
Back where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's something about you feeling, you're the first person to spread that love.
Yeah.
In whatever way you're going to spread it.
Yeah.
Info. You feel you're the first. There's nothing as beautiful as saying, I had it first from Crystal. Yeah, everybody's relating to you. That's all we had.
Start the day.
Yeah, this guy already said that. Whatever, we had it first from whatever. Whatever drama happened in town at night, you're talking about it first. Yeah, Chameleon did, this and that. I was there, hands on. Then as long as you're about to tell them, then it's like a series. Then you hit the ads, and that's your punchline. Like everybody's waiting, but you want everybody to keep. So I used to have that art of keeping all your listeners on lock. Yeah, because of something probably you're holding. They want to know, or it's or that art. They don't know what to expect next. Because I also believe that element of being unpredictable also works a lot.
It's very important.
Yeah. So I come, with a new vibe, new the new different kind of person, and the mornings are just beautiful anyway.
Mm.
The mornings, it's the most beautiful time to work.